Father, thank you once again for allowing us to do this podcast. Pray that this podcast is a blessing to whoever's watching, wherever they may be watching. In Jesus' name I do pray. Amen. Happy WrestleMania weekend, everybody. Welcome to Shout from the Heart. I'm your host, Isaiah Pfeiffer. And you can find this podcast on my TikTok. You can find it on my mom's TikTok. You can also find it on my YouTube page, Isaiah Pfeiffer. Currently, I just got WWE's new feature on the game. I've unlocked the Hall of Fame tag team that's being inducted tonight. Demolition, Axe and Smash, and WWE Hall of Famer Kelly Kelly, one of the greatest female wrestlers of my generation. Not the greatest of all time. I wouldn't say that. I think Trish Stratus is the greatest women's wrestler of all time, but that's just my opinion. But Kelly Kelly is the greatest wrestler of my generation. You also got Stephanie McMahon going into the Hall of Fame tonight, and guess who is inducting her? Those reports and rumors are true. He will return to his creation. Yeah. There's a new rule going around that's saying that you cannot mention his name on WWE TV because of the whole allegations and stuff that he's been going through behind the scenes. But on this podcast, I'm going to say his name because he created the WWE and made WrestleMania what it is today. I'm talking about Vince McMahon, better known as Mr. McMahon. He will be inducting his daughter into the Hall of Fame. Which is very appropriate. I mean, I can understand if you had Triple H doing it because that's her husband, but I mean, come on, it's her father. Come on, man. I mean, and then AJ Styles is headlining the event. I don't really agree with that necessarily. I think WWE did that just solely off of, well, he retired just recently. Well, so did John Cena. I mean, I expected John Cena. Hey, I ain't got no problem with him being in the WWE Hall of Fame, and he deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. AJ Styles does. I would have preferred that John Cena go in first because he just did a year-long tour and everything like that, and his was more recent than AJ Styles. So, I mean, to each his own, though. I would have preferred, and if you're going to put them in there, you can put them in there together. Why not put them in there? Put them in there together. You put AJ Styles and John Cena in the same Hall of Fame class together. Yeah? No? Whatever. Playoffs tomorrow. Rockets. And assuming we make it past the first round, Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are a done deal. No, they're not playing in the first round. No. Sorry. NBA ruled that they're indefinitely out because they're still nursing injuries. They don't want to risk that risk. They don't want to take that risk, and the risk is greater than the reward right there. So they don't want to do that, which is understandable. And I'm not saying that we're going to lose. I'm not saying that at all, because who do the Rockets have that I need to be scared of? Earlier on in the season, the Rockets did have our number, but then towards the later part when they made all them trades, James Harden then went over to where he went over to. Kevin Durant was still there. So later on in the year, it was like, oh my God, the Rockets. We're going to lose to the Rockets. And then it went from, we're going to lose to the Rockets to Rockets. Who are they? I don't know you. You're little brother to me. that's how it was after the trades and stuff started. But there you have it. Wake Forest. Wow, you got a late game tonight. Not that late, but I mean it's decent. I mean, I would play at 7:00 versus 8:00. You know, I mean, but to each his own. And then you got tomorrow's game at 4:00. And see, here's the tricky part about all of this. WrestleMania, which we're going to get to the night 1 and night 2 of this show. WrestleMania all happens tomorrow. The Hall of Fame starts at midnight tonight, which I will have to watch after I get off of work, right before the baseball game. Watch the baseball game, then turn right back around and watch WrestleMania. And then guess what's going on at the same time as WrestleMania? LeBron. Jeez. Between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and LeBron James. Yeah, I'm taking Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton there. You know, this is a big match. If Randy Orton loses this match, I don't gotta hear from Pat McAfee on WWE ever again. You know, but then again, I have a feeling that Randy Orton's gonna win number 15 because he already came after and said that I'm trying to break John Cena's world title record. You trying to break number 17? You're trying to break that? Okay. He'll shake your hand. He said, I'm going to win 17 to shake the hand of the man who will win number 18. So, hey, I never thought in a million years, like, if there was ever going to be somebody that was going to break the tie between Ric Flair and John Cena, it would be John Cena, you know, because of his work ethic and all that stuff. But yeah, Wake Forest, good luck tonight. Lakers, good luck. Atlanta Dream, I saw the draft. Listen, Angel Reese and Alicia Gray, you got some help. If you want to be in the WNBA title, you gotta be a straight shooter. Do you got it? And we got people from South Carolina coming. We got your help coming. Okay? We got Angel Reese some help. We got Alicia Gray some help. Because Brittany Griner, she decided to bail out on us and go to Connecticut. What's so special about Connecticut? I know they offered you more money, but what's special about Connecticut? Why you gotta leave ATL and go to Connecticut? You went from here to here, like lower tier, and it's not even funny. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with night one of WrestleMania. Night one. Now, here's what I want to get to. I made a TikTok last night about this. And before I get into this, I just want to say that WWE, genius. You are genius for this. The rapper Cameron has a podcast. He had Jey Uso on his podcast. Jey Uso felt disrespected by some things Cameron said, and it got physical. Physical to a point where Cameron was beat down. But don't worry, rap world. Don't worry, WWE world. Nobody's really hurt, because I just found out this morning that was all staged. It was all planned. It was all to promote WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. So, with that being said, the Usos and LA Knight will take on Division in Ice Show Speed in a 6-man tag team match. Now, you would think that the Usos and LA Knight have a chance, right? Wrong. Because after what I saw last night on that podcast, I think WWE, you just kind of gave away what's getting ready to happen here. You're going to have Cameron interfere in this match, and he's going to get his payback on Jey Uso, and they're going to lose the match. But realistically, I show Speed and Division, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. That's not fair. It's not fair. YouTubers and a wrestler versus wrestlers. It makes no sense.
YouTuber plus YouTuber and Prime creator plus wrestler equals failing team unless camera interferes. I Show Speed, you're just a YouTuber, man.
And here's the thing, I Show Speed didn't even really mean to interfere in the matches. He was just wrong place, wrong time. An unsanctioned match. That means no disqualifications, no countouts. Anything goes. I can beat you half to death, and I, as the WWE, am not responsible for anything that you do. You want to kill each other in the ring, go ahead. I'm not responsible for this. But then on the flip side of that coin, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, did it actually happen? So if you win this match, what did you actually win? Because it's unsanctioned. So technically, you won a fight, but you didn't win a match. So technically, this is not even a match. This is more of a fight, so to speak, just with WWE ramifications around it. Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. Fatu, you've been getting under Drew McIntyre's skin here in recent weeks. You actually cost him the WWE title. That's why Cody Rhodes is now a 3-time world champion at this moment. So, Justice, because I'm giving you input here. I'm letting you run rampant with WWE here. Now, come on. I'm letting you get your shine on here.
Cody Rhodes.
We ain't there yet. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match.
You would want Drew McIntyre to just get his lip back for everything that Jacob Fatu has done to him. But what if he doesn't get that get back and Jacob Fatu just becomes a parasite and he just keeps attacking. Because something stupid happens.
The women's world title is up for grabs. Liv Morgan, the challenger, versus the champion Stephanie Valkyrie. I could go either way. I'm leaning more towards Stephanie though. I just think she's too hot of a commodity right now. Too hot of a champion to be trying to lose the title. I can see her losing the title though. I can see it actually. I can see Liv Morgan taking that title off of her. However, I don't think it's going to happen because Stephanie Valkyrie is too hot of a champion right now. Too hot.
Stephanie, right down, I would probably say she's a little bit stronger than Liv Morgan. Like you said, she's on a little hot streak with her championship. So it's probably very unlikely that she'll lose it. But then again, you might have Liv Morgan just pull some strings, then something might happen. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The Judgment Day is always lurking behind somewhere.
Yeah, so she might pull some strings, get that championship in a little dirty way. So you gotta watch out for that too.
I doubt he'll interfere in this match because he's got his own issues that he's got to work through.
So if he tries to do something, he's probably going to have people on his back.
He'll be occupied with a certain person. We'll get to that. The Intercontinental Championship, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. AJ Lee, the current champion, versus Becky Lynch. Remember a few years ago that Becky Lynch keeps bringing this up. A few years ago, AJ Lee lost her Divas Championship because back then it was called the Divas Division. It wasn't called the Women's Division. It was the Divas Division. She lost her women's title at WrestleMania. The next night on that Raw, she quit. Left WWE. Now it's well documented why she left. Mental health reasons. She had to get her mind straight, and that's all well and good. But Becky Lynch has twisted that around and used it as some sort of clickbait to say, look, when this happens again, I'm gonna make you quit this time and you ain't coming back. But AJ Lee says, I'm your favorite wrestler. I'm the one that put you on the map, Becky Lynch. I paved the way for you to come into the company, which she did. She was kind of the catalyst of the women's revolution. So, yeah. AJ, I got you all the way in this one. Now, when we get to your husband, that's a different story, but we're going to get to that. But I got you winning, nonetheless. And see, here's the thing. They both got husbands that wrestle in the WWE, but the outcomes of their matches I'm predicting differently, okay? Becky Lynch, you're going to lose. However, your husband's match, I have different feelings. Same thing with you, AJ. You're going to win, but your husband's match, I have different feelings on. You have anything you'd like to add on this Intercontinental title match?
Not right now.
Oh, a fatal four-way tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. The Irresistible Forces, those are the champs, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, versus Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, versus the Bella Twins. Now, here's the thing. Oh, my God. There's three teams that I like winning this. Three of them. One of them, I can't see how the champs are going to retain their titles. Considering the fact that this is fatal four-way rules, there are no disqualifications. Anything can happen. All of Hades can break loose for all I care. At WrestleMania, we already got an unsanctioned match, so hey, what the heck? Let loose. It's WrestleMania season, baby. We're in Las Vegas. Just let it ride. But considering the fact that I grew up with the Bella Twins, while I do not agree with the attitude changes over the years and the little twin magic switcheroo, I cannot bet against Brie and Nikki. I can't do it. I can't. Charlotte Flair, I get it. You're the daughter of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Alexa Bliss, you got this little mental capacity. Your mind is all twisted from the Wyatts and what they did to you years ago. And then Bayley, you still trying to find your identity, so to speak. Lyra Valkyria, you are good, but you're not great. Bella Twins, your new women's tag team champions. That's how I see it. And you disagree.
No, it's just that certain people have their own opinions about who's stronger and who's better and all of that, but that is what they think. What you think is what you think, what I think is what I think.
You know what I think? I think Gunther's getting put to sleep tomorrow.
He needs to.
He needs to have his clock clean.
He needs
This is coming from a John Cena fan. You put my guy down out of retirement. Yes, he already told you he was leaving, but he doesn't deserve to leave the way that you left him. AJ Styles didn't deserve that either. And I'm more of a John Cena fan than AJ Styles. But you didn't have to do what you did. And then you're bragging about, yeah, whoop-de-freaking-do. You beat the 17-time world champion, and you beat a multi-time WWE champion who was on his last legs. You forced AJ Styles to put his career on the line. And he could have kept going, could have kept wrestling. Now, as a result, you sent him off to AEW, and he's doing his thing down there. But Seth Rollins got betrayed by Paul Heyman in the Vision. And he vowed two things. One, to get the World Heavyweight title that he never lost because he was stripped of it. He was injured. He never lost it. Oh, by the way, going back a little bit on that women's championship match, Naomi is pregnant. She probably already had that baby, and it's only going to take a couple of weeks for her to heal and rehab. So, whoever wins that title, Liv Morgan or Stephanie Valkyrie, whoever wins that title, I strongly advise you to proceed with caution. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Seth Rollins, Gunther. Seth Rollins is going to win that match. It's going to be one step closer. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker returns and interferes in that match. Because this has nothing to do with Gunther. Gunther saved Paul Heyman from a beatdown. This has nothing to do with Gunther. Yet, Gunther finds himself in the middle of all this. Why? Why? Because he so-called feels like it's his job to be, and now he feel like he want to end people's careers and stuff now. You can't end Seth Rollins. You can't do that.
If Gunther doesn't get beat down, put to sleep, or even end up a little injured from his match with Seth Rollins, I'm going to be a little mad. Because you didn't have to make John Cena go out with a loss like that. You could have let him win, bro. Like his last match. That could have been his last match that he won, and he would have ended his career on a win. 17 world title championships. And you could have let him just win that match, bro.
Now we get to the American Nightmare. Now we get to that. The main event of night one of WrestleMania. Oh, you thought we was done? No, we still got a whole Sunday night to go for. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now here's the caveat that we just found out last week on SmackDown, because Pat McAfee turned on the WWE Universe and he turned his back on them. Turned his back on us. And also talked all this trash about how Cody Rhodes is a paper champion and this, that, and third. But this is all coming from an NFL punter who's never held a championship a day in his life. Oh my God. Let me say that again. An NFL punter is telling me about wrestling. And he's never won a Super Bowl a day in his life. He doesn't even know what it feels like to be a champion. And he is a punter.
And which team did he come from?
This was before the Colts were actually relevant.
Well, you came in from the Colts, who were not even noticed at one point, and you're up here trying to tell people how they should be a champion when you don't even know how to be a champion in wrestling or the NFL. Do you even know what it feels like
the NFL
to have something around your wrist or something on your finger? Do you even know what that feels like? You don't.
I'm a two-time Super Bowl champion, sir.
Yeah, we know how this feels, but you, on the other hand, you're not even relevant.
I know how it feels to get to the playoffs and lose in the first round after winning the title twice over. So you wouldn't understand that feeling, though, because champions seem to bounce back and gravitate towards champions. So I guess you live off of Randy Orton, but here's the thing. You are the dumbest person in the world for you to put your entire career on the line and let it all ride against Randy Orton. Because here's the stipulation. If Orton loses this match and he does not win the WWE title, Pat McAfee will leave the professional wrestling industry permanently. That means you won't hear nothing on WWE from Pat McAfee ever again. Period. Whoa!
Yeah.
All the way. Please do me a favor, Cody. Just kick them all over Las Vegas, please. Just do it for me. I beg you, just one time a crossroads on a steel chair or something. On the slam him through the announce table. Do whatever you have to do. Get rid of this man out of my industry. Get him out of my favorite industry forever. Pat McAfee, you had a cute little run when you was actually for us. You did your little announcing with Michael Cole and all that. You did your little thing, but when you decided to call my champion a paper champion,
All right.
and then attack him with Randy Orton. See, I expect that from Randy Orton because he's the Viper for a reason. But see, Randy Orton doesn't need your help. If Randy Orton's a man, he made legacy. He didn't make Evolution, but he made Evolution what it was. And not one time, rated RKO too, not one time did I ever see Randy Orton use anybody outside of his father for outside help. Why? He's the Viper, for God's sakes. He doesn't need nobody's help. Good Lord. And you come along and you're in his corner, and it's just kind of disrespectful to me because you're no Bob Orton. You're no Batista. You're definitely not Ric Flair.
Nope.
You're not Edge, a 10-time world champion, by the way. You're definitely not Triple H, a 14-time world champion. If he was still wrestling,
he probably
would
be with John Cena.
He probably would have broke John Cena's record before you even could.
He probably would have been the same one.
He probably would have had number 15 before you could even have number 15. If he was still wrestling, and you know it because every time you and Triple H got in the ring, Randy Orton, y'all put on some great matches. Last man standings, steel cages, falls count anywhere, stretcher matches, the 3 stages of hell. Those matches were awesome. The Hell in a Cell match. Those matches were great. But let's just be real. Randy Orton never needed help. That's the bottom line.
Especially not the Randy Orton of this time. He could come out of nowhere and just hit you with an RKO, and the match would be over. Like, that's all he really needs to do.
We're all in agreement that Cody Rhodes is going to win the title, but don't be surprised if Randy is the... I mean, I wouldn't have no issue with it. It'd just be like how he won it.
Yeah. That
I would have an issue with.
If he won it fairly.
Still like you, Randy. I would still love you as a champion. But just to say Randy Orton defeated Cody Rhodes and in his corner was Pat McAfee.
Sounds kind of wrong.
Nah. I can see it, but it don't feel right. It wouldn't look right. It just wouldn't. And something tells me it's going to happen, but at the same time, something tells me it might not happen. Let's get to night 2 on Sunday. We open this because Monday Night Raw announced this, that at WrestleMania Sunday night, we open with the Beast, Brock Lesnar,
and
versus Oba Femi. Oba Femi, you have been kicking Brock Lesnar's butt ever since the challenge was issued. You didn't even let the man get a lick in. Y'all up there fighting. This man has been the first man since Goldberg to take Brock Lesnar down by surprise like that. There's only few... Let me give you the list of people who have took Brock Lesnar down in altercations. And it's a very short list.
Yep.
John Cena and The Undertaker. Those are the 2 men. Oh, no, Goldberg is on that list as well.
And then this guy who just comes and...
And then, Oba Femi, you come from NXT. You won the NXT title, yes, but that means nothing when you get to the main roster. But that does help you propel yourself to a world title. And let me tell y'all something right now. Oba Femi is going to be a world champion. Let's just go ahead and get that out there. Oba Femi is going to be world champion. And it has nothing to do with the color of his skin either. It's just the fact that if you see Oba Femi in the ring, he's got the talent. This is a guy that took Cody Rhodes before Seth Rollins interfered in the match. This is a guy that took Cody Rhodes from bell to bell. Like, come on now. If you could take Cody Rhodes, the champion, NXT versus WWE, and you could take him from bell to bell and do that. Imagine what you could do with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Come on, man. The lights are on bright.
Hey, Brock Lesnar is a little bit older, though. And older in wrestling equals a little weaker.
Excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses. It's something that he can take advantage of during his match.
Let me say this, because you were going all hard about John Cena as much as I was. Do you think John Cena, you think Gunther took advantage of that?
I mean, he kind of wasn't as old, but he took the element of
John
surprise.
Cena, Brock Lesnar, Batista, and Randy Orton all came out in 2002 in the OVW class. That's a legendary class. They are around the same age. So, keep that same energy if you're going to say that. You're saying that Obafemi can exploit his age and his old legs. Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he can take advantage of certain things that he can't do anymore.
So you want blows and stuff?
No. Why would I want that?
Fighter.
Why would I want that? Brock Lesnar gonna be on the ground 3 seconds.
So an unsanctioned match is not enough for you. A 4-way match is not enough for you.
He's gonna be on the floor in 3 seconds, and the match gonna be over. There's your WrestleMania for you. If we're talking about,
so you're predicting an 18-second match?
No, if there was low blows and all that we doing, and someone's
gonna be on the ground. This is a regular match, man. This match ain't gonna last for nothing but 5 minutes. I promise you that. If it goes longer than 5 minutes, I'll be surprised. This match, in my opinion, is not gonna last. The most you'll get out of this is a 10-minute, maybe 7 and some change. But you get 5 minutes out of me. 6-pack ladder match for the men's Intercontinental title. You have Penta, which is the current champion, versus Javon Evans, versus Dragon Lee, versus JD McDonough, versus Rusev, and versus the master of the 619, the former 2-time Intercontinental champion, Rey Mysterio.
No, you gotta say it like how Jack Swagger would say it. Two-time, all of
No, because that's like me saying, the champ is here. Or, you can't see me. Like, I can't do that. No, I'm not doing it. But I know Rey Mysterio, excuse me, getting me all excited here. Rey Mysterio, you're new Intercontinental champion. That's my opinion. Most of these guys that I named out there for this challenge, the only people you probably know is Rey Mysterio and Rusev. You probably only know those two.
Yeah, Rusev is a little bit.
Don't say he's older now.
No, I'm not saying he's older. I was going to say we kind of know him a little bit better.
Yeah, because he's a newer guy. Rey Mysterio is older.
Yeah.
Ladder matches.
He probably still got it. Probably still got it. He's been doing this for 2 decades, sir. And he's the one of the active men on the roster that is part of the WWE Hall of Fame. That hasn't been done since Ric Flair did it. And he kept coming back and leaving.
Ric Flair actually got retired at WrestleMania, though. That's right. And that's a classic match. If y'all don't know the match that I'm talking about, WrestleMania 2008, WrestleMania 24. Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. Classic match. Go back and watch it. Okay? This is one of the matches that's a classic. Top 10 WWE match. One of these days I'm going to do a show like that. Just like top 10 WrestleMania matches. That right there would probably be number one.
Mm-hmm.
That probably would be number one. But then again, you would make a case for The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. Depends on what WrestleMania you want to go to. Do you want to go to the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania? Or do you want to go to when Shawn Michaels lost his career in the No Holds Barred career versus street match? Because the only way that match could have ended was pinfall or submission.
And we could even make a case for John Cena and his little WrestleMania.
Depends on what matches we talking about. Because let's be honest, some of the matches that he had at WrestleMania don't deserve to be on that list. The Big Show, when he first WrestleMania 20, that doesn't deserve to be on there. The JBL match, that does not deserve to be on there at all. A lot of hype around it, but that match was like mid at best, very mid. John Cena and Triple H, okay.
Yeah.
John Cena and Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 23, okay.
We're getting up.
Triple threat with him, Randy Orton, and Triple H. Yeah, you probably put that on there. Maybe the even better one would be the triple threat at WrestleMania 25 for the World Heavyweight title with Edge and Big Show.
Now
that would have been even better. But John Cena and Batista at WrestleMania 26, I don't think that.
I still remember a match where John Cena went against Batista, and he had put him through the floor up there by the little entrance.
Oh, the I Quit match.
Yeah,
over
and
the limit.
Batista said I quit, and he just did it anyways.
That was after he tried to run him over with a car.
Yeah.
He's attitude adjustment him on the. So let's break this down. The attitude adjustment, and this is a sidebar because we still got more to talk about. The attitude adjusted him on the hood of the car. Told the referee to ask him, does he quit? And Batista said, no! And so John Cena took the mic. He stood up and he said, who was a savage? He said, I was really hoping you would say that. He was a straight savage.
Like he wanted one.
He said, I was really hoping you would say that. And said it with a smile on his face. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, Batista, you done lost the match.
Bro, stop.
You might as well just turn it off, bro. Just say I quit.
Quick little fun fact though. You know who's undefeated in I Quit matches? John Cena.
Yeah.
He did. Look, he never lost an I Quit match. The Miz, as hard as he tried, The Miz...
He almost got him.
Almost got him until the referee caught him with that cell phone thing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost got him.
Mm-hmm. Cheating.
But we expected that from Miz. All right, back to business. We all agree that Rey Mysterio is going to win this. But Women's World Championship, WWE Women's Championship on Sunday night, Jade Cargill, the champion, is going up against Rhea Ripley. Rhea bloody Ripley. Ain't nothing else to be said about that. Ain't nothing else to be said. Ain't no more to it. Come on now. What we talking about? What we talking about? Come on, bro. What we talking about? Who? Rhea's facing who? Who? Oh, Jade. Oh. Go on somewhere. Stop playing with me. Stop. Y'all act like Rhea gonna lose this match. What? No. Stop. Jade said she was gonna win this match. No, you're not. No, you're not. Stop. The Women's the United States Championship, not the Women's United States Championship. The United States Championship. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Sami Zayn. Look, I know Trick Williams is a heel. He's a bad guy. But Trick Williams is one of them wrestlers like you love to hate, but at the same time you want to cheer too. He's like kind of a tweener. He's a tweener. He's a tweener guy. But yeah, very much of a tweener. But I don't think I'm thinking Trick Williams is gonna get this one set. Sami Zayn is got it. I'm thinking he's gonna get it. The Demon, Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. The betrayal on this match. I'm surprised that this match is just a regular match, considering the history behind all of this. The Demon, Finn Balor, is back. We don't get the Judgment Day Finn Balor no more, because Judgment Day kicked him to the curb. Kicked him to the wayside. So, the Demon Finn Balor is going to get his pound of flesh with interest. Now we get to the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk defends his title against Roman Reigns. And there's only one thing that we need to do at WrestleMania in this particular match, in this particular style. We need to acknowledge the fact that Roman Reigns is your new World Heavyweight Champion. And that's how it's going to be. And that's how it's going to stay. That's how we roll. It's just the bloodline, baby. That's what we do. That's how we get it done around here. And with that being said, this show has come to a close. And I appreciate all of those who commented. I appreciate all of those who like, share, and subscribe this podcast. Make sure you subscribe. I got any comments, actually, before I end this wrapping it up. I know I've been talking too much about wrestling. We all know that Roman Reigns is going to win the title this weekend. You can even Google that, and they're going to tell you that.
He literally said, "Oh, it's very likely."
It's very likely that Roman Reigns, and then I know CM Punk going to turn a heel. Like what?
Again, like
WWE, what we're doing here? You're giving out the game plan here.
Hey, Triple H, fix him.
Fix this. The only thing that you did surprise me was the little podcast stunt, because I thought that was real. I thought that he was actually fighting a rapper. Then I researched it, and it's like, oh, no, that was staged. That's fake. Wow. Oh, come on. You had me thinking that, look, that was my, look, listen, you got me there. The grocery store fight back in 2001, that was pure genius. Can I just say that cannot be redone. I'm sorry. The Green Frog grocery store, Booker T, Stone Cold, that segment, that just cannot be recreated. You can try, but I promise you, it will not be.
It won't be as good as the first time. And I kind of feel it in my bones. I feel it. They're gonna try to recreate that magic. They're gonna try. Or do something similar.
They're gonna try to do something similar. They're gonna have them at Walmart or something somewhere, and they're gonna try their hardest to get that magic back. And yeah, people gonna watch it. But they
really don't like it.
See, the thing about that is you came out of the Attitude Era. You came out of the invasion angle. You just signing superstars from WCW. You got Booker T coming to WWE. You got Diamond Dallas Page coming. You got all these guys coming. All these ladies coming from WCW. And what made that special is you had the hype of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, because Stone Cold, he was still hyped. Even though he was coming to like the end of his career, he was still up there. And The Rock, he was up there too. And so what happens is you want your top dogs to have top competition. So why not put Booker T, who was at the top of WCW, put him up against Stone Cold Steve Austin? And matter of fact, let's not even rush to make a match. Let's have Booker T cost him the undisputed WWE title at Vengeance. And let's kind of plant the seeds. And then on SmackDown in December 2001. Let's have them go to California. Bakersfield, California, that is. Let's have them go to a local grocery store chain known as the Green Frog. let's cause how many did they say? I think it was millions of
Yeah.
dollars worth of damage. And I saw an interview that Booker T said they only had one take to do that.
Yeah, because it would have been more.
And the grocery store said there were some ramifications now. I know you saw the fight, and they were all over the grocery store. But there were certain places that they couldn't go in the grocery store. Imagine if they could go to those places, like the meat section. The frozen foods, they went there. They went there.
Little produce.
And it started like kind of in the middle part of the grocery store. You know the borderline part where there's the bakery going into the produce? Like the borderline. That was golden. Booker T comes out from behind, attacks somebody that looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Who the heck are you? He didn't say heck. He said the other word, but this is a clean family show.
And then he
Who the heck are you?
Stone Cold came on the little aisle too.
And then that's what kicked it off too. Let me check to make sure to see if they're fresh.
He was on the
He
little
up there
intercom.
opening up, thinking he's safe. Attention shoppers, we have a can of whoop butt on aisle 2. That's aisle 2. He said whoop butt. And he got Booker T all looking saw a look-alike like Stone Cold. It's like, beating him up. He said, get your butt up. And he's like, the guy just standing there like, oh my God, no, don't. I'm not him. And Booker T said, who the heck are you? And all you hear in the background is just the silence, and then
the beer can.
And it was cool because he slowed down.
He turned around.
Oh crap! Like he just like, oh man, I know I'm beating this right now.
And he should have just ran in that moment. He knew.
In that moment, it was in that moment he knew.
He messed up.
He was going shopping, but not in a good way.
He was going to be in the cart, getting beat up, getting flowers.
I'm talking about coffee beans all over the place. Apples, bananas, oranges,
nuts,
produce, nuts, beans. We had eggs.
At one point,
at one point we grabbed some crackers. Oh, I hope you enjoy these. These are hard to come by.
At one point, he had to hide in the
freezer.
Yeah.
Get your butt. Get in there.
And Stone Cold came out the little milk place. He just stepped out and drinking milk.
Hey, Book, you got milk, Book. You got milk, Book. But yeah, I'm sorry. We getting sidetracked. I can go on and on for days. You can't. There's certain things in WWE you can't reduplicate. You can't recreate certain things in WWE. And if you try recreating it, the magic will be lost. It's no point in you trying to do it. That's all I'm saying. That's all we're saying. Anyway, catch the podcast. You know where to find me. YouTube, TikTok, all those places. Let me go ahead and pray and release you. Heavenly Father, thank you once again for allowing us to gather in your presence and do this podcast. Pray that this podcast is a blessing to whoever's watching, wherever they may be watching. In Jesus' name I do pray. Amen. Y'all take care and God bless you.